Alrighty, y'all. So one legendary rally car that I have majorly overlooked and really slept on has been the Ford Sierra Cosworth. This thing is, quite frankly, legendary. I mean, even before this channel, before ever getting into rally, I've heard that name, right? So I know it's famous in the car world, even in my American bubble, where you really have to seek out foreign car info, right? So naturally, I don't know everything about this car. I'm here to learn about it. But I've been doing, rally stuff for quite a while now. It's become my favorite motorsport, and somehow I just haven't made time for this car. That's going to change. I'm really excited to see this. Of course, this has been suggested probably a million times, but I have a latest suggestion from Valo76. Always great stuff from you on Discord. And we're going to check this out. This is from Full Gas Media. This will be linked in the description down below so you can check this whole video out, as we're only going to be looking at parts of it and, of course, browse their channel. I am so ready to look at the Sierra Cosworth. Here we go. Turn that volume up because that's what we want to hear. Ford is so different. Ford's a very interesting company because Ford in Australia, for example, way different than Ford here in the U.S. Ford in Europe, way different than Ford here in the U.S. That's why I'm kind of excited. Even though it's like an American reacting to a Ford, it's really not reacting to an American car. It's not the Ford I know. This is totally different. That's why I think it's kind of cool. That thing's a beaut. I love 80s cars, man. Oh. Okay. Oh my God. Hell yeah, look at those power slides. This is going to pass the sound check for me. Oh, look at that. I love the lights. Damn, okay. I like it. I like the energy in that one. Nice. That driver's having fun. Wow. That was a long, sweeping turn. So one thing I noticed already, right? Compared to many Fords you would see here in the U.S., right? Look at how planted this thing is. This thing is taking this turn very quickly. You can see the tire almost, these are, low profile, obviously racing tires. And they're folding under the wheel. Like, that's how hard they're steering right now. They're taking this turn fast. It's a long, sweepy turn. And you can see this thing is planted. I mean, it looks very balanced, very planted, and I'm sure you guys know that. But, as someone who's used to Ford Crown Victorias and Ford Mustangs and stuff like that, don't get me wrong, those are fun cars. But they're not like this. They're not like this. This is a different story. I love the dimensions on this thing. I like the look. It's very unique in the sense of I've seen a lot of different rally cars now, especially from this era, 80s, 90s. I guess everything is kind of unique back then. It was an awesome era. But this thing, again, it has a really cool look. I love this wing. Is that what you call that? A spoiler wing? I never know which to call it. But, look at the way it's actually mounted up here, midway up the, what would that be, the C-pillar or D-pillar. It wraps all the way around, and then, of course, it's jointed in the middle down to the deck lid down here. It's so cool. It's like such a weird design in the best way. I really like it. Sounds phenomenal. I like the front too. Whoa! I was gonna say, just vibe with it. Turn it into a donut and do a 180 and pull away. Whoa! I can't tell if this guy is having fun or if he is really sending it and not getting good results. Whoa, look at the flames from this guy. Look at that one. That's different looking. E plates. Those are España, yeah? Look at that. Damn, they sound awesome. That's a left-hand drive one. Okay. Now, these would have came in right-hand drive as well. Weren't these popular from the very little I know? These were popular in the UK as well, right? So they would have had right-hand drive versions and then, of course, left-hand drive versions for other countries. Let's hear this thing launch. Wow. Damn, that bit down and just kind of went. Wow. So this is this a different body style? Yeah, it is, right? So this might have been, I'm going to guess this is going to be the later one. So maybe, I don't know if this is late 80s, early 90s, but I'm guessing from the front end on this one that this is a later model than the ones we saw earlier, which is like right here. Yeah, that to me looks older and equally cool. And yeah, this one looks neat as well. It's going to be a great video for comments because I don't know much about these. Now, that one doesn't have the crazy wing on the back. So, yeah, you guys are going to have to help me out. I know there's something I'm missing here, and you're probably like, what's he talking about? That's not even the same car, blah, blah. Forgive me. I'm learning here. I'm learning. As far as I know, we didn't get these in the U.S. I've never seen these in the U.S. So, this is all news to me. That one sounds wicked. Wow. Oh, yeah, that one's ferocious. Damn. Those pops, though, huh? Ooh, here we go. Wow, that one's sharp. I like that one in silver. Now look at this. Here's a 4-door. What? Look at the light action. Oh my God, look how much the lights are protruding out down here. I guess those would be fog lights perhaps. Then of course you have the regular headlights and then these rally lights. Oh my God, what are these flaps up here? Does anyone want to weigh in on that? That's kind of interesting. Wow, it actually looks good as a 4-door too. But totally different than the ones we saw earlier. I got a lot to learn, I think, here. Okay, then. Damn. So there it is, the Ford Sierra Cosworth Rally compilation with some pure engine sounds. You really can't beat that for videos. The sound is approved by me. Absolutely love it. Really ferocious, really loud, but it sounds really smooth. Really great engine note from this thing. They were all, of course, we saw many different cars. They were all slightly different, but they resembled each other, and it was really, really good. This thing, like I said, to recap, I don't know how I have looked at rally videos since 2022. So, like, going on a year and a half, 2 years almost. I don't know how I've overlooked this thing. I don't know how. I mean, there's so many rally cars. That's the problem. I mean, there's still rally cars that I may have seen, a couple times in compilations that I still don't even know about, right? I'm still learning. Like, I'm learning about a lot of Citroen models, a lot of Peugeot models, some of the older, Lancias and stuff, right? There's, of course, there's still a lot to learn. It's going to take me a long time. It's a beautiful thing discovering all these. But I guess with these, I really haven't dove into these at all, right? I haven't messed with these whatsoever, and I don't know why, but I hope it doesn't come across the wrong way. I'm an instant fan. These are really cool, and now I'm kind of intrigued at what I should be learning about with Ford overseas, because it's like a whole different car company. Same logo, different company. Ford over here in the States is just, it seems like not at all the same as when we're looking at Ford in the UK, Ford in Europe, wherever, right? It's really interesting. So yeah, when we look up Ford Sierra RS Cosworth, it was, the outright runner for Group A in racing in Europe. Yeah, manufacturer, notice, it doesn't just say Ford, it says Ford Europe. Isn't that crazy? It's let's see, founded in Cork, Ireland. Wow, that's cool. And its headquarters are in Cologne, Germany. See, they're not headquartered here in Detroit, Michigan, USA. So it is its own thing, and I think that's very fascinating. And I think people who don't look into this kind of thing don't maybe know that. They don't know that, oh, look at Ford, same logo, totally different company, right? Some Americans might not know this. But yeah, there's a look at, obviously, I'm assuming the road car. Thing is very sharp, dude. Look at the stance on this thing. I absolutely love it. I think I do like this body style maybe even more than the later ones, because this is an 86. I love the hood louvers there. Oh, man. And that spoiler, that wing, please tell me in the comments what I should be calling this, or if there's maybe like a nickname for this or something. Because wasn't there a nickname for like kind of big spoilers like that on Porsches in the 80s, right? Weren't the Porsche wings called like whale tails or something, right? Is that correct? Or maybe that's an American thing. I don't think it is, but maybe it is. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then that means it must be an American thing. But yeah, this is really cool. I like it a lot. Here are some stats published by magazines at the time: 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds, which is really fast. That's considered a quick car, I would say, nowadays. Not slow at all. Not the fastest in the world, only because we live in an absolutely mind-blowing era where cars are going 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, which is ridiculous, honestly. This is, let's not kid around. This is a very quick car. Had vicious coupled limited slip differential, big disc brakes, of course. And then I'm seeing that we had the Ford Sierra Cosworth, and then there was the RS 500 Cosworth. So there must have been different versions of this thing. Like the Sierra RS 500 had the inline 4, which I assumed it was a 4-cylinder for sure. It had a Garrett T04 turbocharger, larger air intercooler, so they had different versions of this that were really souped up. And these things were cleaning up everywhere except the U.S. They were winning in New Zealand. They were winning in Australia. They were winning in Europe, Japan. I mean, these things were kicking butt. Wow. And of course, rally, right? I mean, this thing's good on the track and on the dirt. That's what it sounds like to me. Then there's a Ford Sierra Sapphire? 2-wheel drive, what? And a 4x4. What? I'm so confused. Like, the regular one, I'm assuming, I thought was rear-wheel drive, it looked like. The Sapphire one might have been what we saw towards the end. That's what I'm gathering. This is 4-door, had the more understated spoiler on it. Yeah, still 2-wheel drive. It was a little more, I guess, dare I say, luxurious, like a little softer, right? Little more luxury items like power windows and AC, but somehow actually had a better performance figures with a faster 0 to 60 and a slightly higher top speed. That's kind of bizarre, right? Then of course there was a 4x4. Wow. These are pretty long, detailed. I'm actually impressed how detailed these are. Maybe I'll have to learn about these at a later time. I don't want to bore you guys. I will definitely read into this off camera. But wow, very fascinating car that we definitely missed out on. I wonder how many heads this would turn in the U.S. I'm sure at some point someone in the U.S. has imported some of these, right? I've never seen one in person, right? But this would be something at a U.S. car show. People would be either freaking out like, oh, hey, that's a Sierra Cosworth. Or, more likely, people would be like, what the hell is that? That's a Ford. Is that a Ford Mustang? I can imagine the funny responses you would get here. Wow, that was fun. Great suggestions from you guys as always. There is so much to learn about in the car world of the world, right? Especially throughout Europe. There are so many interesting cars I have to learn about. I really have a blast with these. I hope you do as well. And then, of course, just rally specifically. There's so much to explore. I will definitely look into it further very soon. And big news, if you're into the rally videos, and of course you're into maybe just like the racing sim videos as well, in this room, you can't see it, but I got the wheel. We're going to unbox it very, very soon. I was going to do it over the weekend. It got delayed, some personal things. It's been crazy around here. Finally, I'm getting a chance. It's going to be epic. I'm going to unbox it. We're going to get into some big-time racing sim, rally sim content because I was starting to get into it, right? And then it's been a few weeks without some videos, and I do apologize. Lots coming once we get that wheel out of the box. It's going to be go time. I am so pumped up. It took 2 months to get here. Keep in mind, I ordered this thing in November. Anyway, guys, enjoy your day. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker, and until next time, y'all, I'll catch you later.